Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekend update. October 4th, we have flipped the schedule the calendar into October, and it's certainly feeling like fall out there. And I guess with October comes something fun for this guy. Yesterday was my birthday, and just want to thank everybody for all your Facebook messages, your texts, your Instagrams, all the things. And I was well loved at our mastermind lunch and here at the office and then at home, and it's just a great day. It's my John Riggins year. So if you know, you'll figure out how old I am from there. So if people ask how old I am, John Riggins. Everybody Googling John Riggins all over right now. Let's talk about all the great things going on in Samson right now. First, let's start with our weekly market report. What's going on in the market and the statistics all over the place right now, and lots of positive news in general in our market with these interest rates, being a little bit better shape than they've been for a while. So our showings 20,000 across the whole DMV, down 9.5% from a week ago, but still 8% more than a year ago at this time. So good stuff overall. New listings were down 11%. We had really big spikes last week for some reason, so it's not totally surprising that some of these settled down a little bit. So our new listings were down a little bit, but still more than last year at this time. Our active listings are up 24% over what we were seeing at this point last year, and pretty flat from a week ago, which is good stuff as well. So pretty flat, a little bit less showings and listings than a week ago, but still good activity as we end September, outing moving into October. Our North Central Virginia market, 3% less showings than a week ago, so pretty flat. We've got new contracts down 5%. I forgot to do that in the last one. The contracts are down 3%, so pretty flat. New contracts down 5%, which is not a ton when it comes to this. It's talking about like 10 or so. It's not a big deal. Nothing to stress about too much. New listings up 2%, so pretty flat. And then our active listings 1% less than a week ago, but 13.5% more than a year ago at this time. So good stuff overall. Baltimore metro market pretty flat in showings, down 1%, down 5% in contracts. Again, not a ton. You're talking about 40 contracts one way or the other. We've got new listings down 7%, so a little bit of a drop there. And then we've got active listings in the market pretty flat from week over week, and 23% more active inventory than there was at this point last year. Last one, Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle up 3% in showings. Our contracts were up 11%, so that's good news. Our listings were actually up 12.6% from a week ago. And our active listings up 25% from a year ago at this point. Pretty flat week over week. One interesting stat, a lot of people are in our company, there's so much good knowledge. And Casey ran some numbers yesterday at our mastermind lunch, and he said right now in Northern Virginia, in the markets that he looks at, we had a 29% success rate, which means out of all the properties on the market, 71% were active, 29% were under contract. That's like the lowest it's been in a long time, which indicates a real buyer's market in those areas. Typically, that success rate is sitting at 60, 65, 70% with the market that we've had recently. So only 29% of things going under contract definitely starts to move you towards wait a minute, there's 3 listings active and only 1 under contract. Like, that's a different world than we've been in a little bit. We heard some stories of people like, I'm ready to put one on the market, but there's 5 sitting active, and some of them have been on there for a while. So it's definitely moved into that balanced market phase where we don't have quite as much demand for all the supply that's coming out there. So keep that in mind as we're talking to the sellers and working with buyers out there. If I'm working with a buyer, there's opportunities out there right now. Maybe the rates come down a little bit more, but you can always refinance that rate. But right now, you get a good property without a ton of competition and get in that property and lock in your good price now. Top performers for last week. Last week's rock stars. Top 5 individuals and volumes. Abiodun Adejumo. Good job to Abiodun. Sorry, I botched your name there. I'm doing my best. Johnny G, number 2. Bassam Hamandi, number 3. Great job. Jeffrey Saechung. And Jennifer Fang, number 5. Great performers there. Top 5 in volume. Top 5 individuals and transactions in our company last week. Noemy Conaway, Chris Lee, Dilyara Daminova. I'm getting better, Dilyara. I always just say Dilyara because that's the dumb way to say it. Dilyara. Greg Garcia, great job, and Jessica Dean. Fantastic top performers last week, all of our footprint. Our top 5 teams in volume. Jason and Shepherd Homes Group, number 1. Carolyn Young Homes, fantastic job, number 2. Casey Samson team, number 3. One Street Company, number 4. And Miss Candace Astroth leading Perfect Choice Real Estate, number 5. Fantastic stuff. Our top 5 in transactions, similar list, a new number 5 there. Shepherd Homes Group, number 1. Carolyn Young Homes number 2, the Casey Samson team number 3, the One Street Company number 4, and then Diamond Home Team out of West Virginia, crushing it in there at number 5. Fantastic job to our top individuals and teams last week. Some announcements. Our October sales meeting, less than 2 weeks. We'll be here in our studio October 16th. Got that pumpkin theme working, so we'll talk about all the great things going on in the industry. Events, we'll have a lot of events to promote that day, a lot of good stuff going on, but circle that October sales meeting in your calendar. This Wednesday, or that's after that sales meeting there, Wednesday, October 16th, it is a coach's cook-off. So if any of you guys are watching this online, it's very funny, the Facebook going back and forth between Pat and Sam. If you want to come, they'll RSVP so they know how much food to cook and how we can make sure we provide a good experience for everybody. But they're having a barbecue cook-off. Should be a lot of fun here at headquarters, 3 o'clock, that same day as the sales meeting. So I would circle the date there. Oh, we got a new graphic. I love it. So the future's now bolder than ever. Jared James, you see there at the top. He's going to be our headliner. A lot of our agents actually went down to Jared James Advance last week, and in Florida he had his own conference, over 1,000 people. But Jared's awesome. A lot of our keynote speakers there in the pictures. Fantastic people from all over the industry, really, not just our company. So I'm really excited for this. 2 weeks from today, get your tickets. There's a hot rumor that VIP tickets, there it is. VIP tickets sold out. We got a little sold out tag on there, so that was popular. There's still a lot of general admission tickets there. We want to pack the place, have a great day. Breakfast, education, lunch, education, happy hour. Just a fantastic day at the Waterford in Springfield. I really would suggest you get in there. We are advertising this out to everyone now, and I want to see as many smiling Samson faces out there as possible. So sign up. Zillow Showcase, been continuing to promote this. We've just got an amazing deal. This one is one of Ian McVeigh's listings they just put up there with Redstone. On the market for 14 days, had over 4,000 views and 330 saves in Zillow. Do you think that got more hits than if he had just been, a regular listing on Zillow? So look, say what you will about Zillow, it has the eyeballs. It has the people looking at it. And to get 330 saves and over 4,000 views, I promise you that this listing did better. And Ian can now use this in listing appointments to win. Like, look, I'm going to showcase your listing, and look how much this got compared to this other listing that didn't get it. So for $250 to be able to showcase your listing is a huge win, and you can get their photographer to do it for an extra $250 if you want, or hire your own and have them put it on. But you get $500 for that whole package. Is an amazing deal. We can only get that because they really want to make a deal with Samson. They want our business. They want to be friends with us. So leverage the ability that we've got as a brokerage to get you a great deal there. So log on. You can reach out to Mary Alice Lovelace, mlovelace at samsonproperties.net if you want to sign up for one of those Zillow showcases. Remember to refer your friends to our lunch and learns. We are all over the place. Waldorf, Chevy Chase, Richmond, Tysons, Ashburn, Gaithersburg, Fred, all over our footprint. If you go to joinsamson.com, we've always got 10 or 12 up there at any given time in a month. We've got lunch and learns 2 or 3 every single week that we'd love to meet your friends, talk to them about Samson and why they should join our family. So great stuff there. Our whole recruiting team does a great job of taking care of people, making sure that you just lead them to us. We'll handle the rest from there and give you a nice recruiting reward for bringing them in. All right. It's going to freak some of you out. Me a little bit. KV Core next... Should I admit that? Next Wednesday, the 9th, KV Core is going to automatically switch us over to Bold Trail. We'll have a lot of trainings on it. If you go to kvcore/Bold Trail, there'll be emails about it. They say it's going to be a ton better. They say that the brokerages they've switched over have even more usage, even easier path. I don't like what people rebrand. I don't like new stuff. I'm with you. But hopefully it's only for the better. So we don't really have an option, unfortunately. We've been stiff-arming it for a little bit, so it's going to switch over to Bold Trail. It's not going to change any of your data, but hopefully it'll make it easier to use and even more tools at your disposal. So I really shouldn't be scared. I really should be excited. It's a new brand, but we'll see how it goes next week. A lot of our staff has already been transformed over this week, so they've been able to get in there and mess around and make sure that they're able to answer your questions. And we'll teach some classes as we get that around there as well if we need some more refreshers. So contract trends went out yesterday to everybody. 142 contracts last week at Cardinal. First of all, thank you for bringing 142 contracts in. But we look at some of these stats. So contract price on the top left, they're higher than list price. Very similar across all the footprints. Around 40% of contracts were above list price. Then the white is how many were right at list price, and then the black is lower than list price. So remember, those are all 40%. Now, if you look at this to the right here, days on market, the black is less than 7 days. So West Virginia was only 14%, but Virginia 44%, Maryland, D.C. 28%. My guess is that the ones that were on the market 7 days or less got over list price. You know, it's a direct corollary sometimes, which is why we talked about that class that Casey and I taught last week. Mostly Casey, I was just there to help push it along about how to sell your listing in less than 7 days, and I cannot recommend that enough. That slide's in here in a second. But seller subsidy, look like in West Virginia, that's still very popular. Maryland, D.C., they were giving some seller subsidies back. Almost all the deals are financing now, not cash, and a lot of them are getting financing contingencies in. Our appraisal contingencies are coming back. 2/3 or more of the contracts got that in. Home inspections, the bottom left there, 70% of our West Virginia deals, about half of Virginia and Maryland, a little bit more than half in Maryland, D.C. Contract to close, days on market. And then the bottom right there, what I love is this. The buyer rep, 96% still included buyer comp in the contract, which is great. 95% of those were 2% or higher. So this number's been at 98 every week, 96 this week. So that means that most of them are still paying buyer comp in the contract, which is great. And when they do, they're all paying typically 2% or higher. So good news, we're going to continue to track this every week for you all so that we can make sure that you guys are up to date on what's going on. I didn't even realize this slide was next, but sell your home in 7 days. This was just a great class, guys, and you need these fundamentals. We were in the mastermind lunch yesterday, 50 people, 50 top agents, and so many of the ideas hit home. You know, you wait till 21, 30, 60, 80, 90 days on the market. It is miserable to have a seller that's on the market for that long, and they're in the mud, and everything stinks. Your world stinks, their world stinks. They don't do it right from the beginning. Watch the class. If you want to be a serious agent, watch the class. Maybe you can't do everything Casey does, but if you can do predictive analysis and get home inspections up front, and make sure that the property's priced correctly and do these things even half as good as Casey and his team do, and you're going to see a lot more tremendous, nice sentence. You're going to see a lot more success if you implement some of the things that Casey does here. So sell your home in 7 days. I would highly suggest you go to the Cardinal Nest and watch that class. Steve, Tuesday, MVR contract class. Always great to dive in with Steve on all the different forums and make sure that you're up to date on what's going on. Our free group coaching class on Tuesday with Austin Southern. Back to the basics, the core of real estate success. You got to get back to the basics. You got to work your database. It was the first thing Austin said actually yesterday at lunch was back to basics, work your database. You know, that is the way to succeed in this market going forward. Silver Spring, Fairfax, Frederick, and Alexandria are our next 4 HQ to use in the next month. Great opportunities all over the place. If you haven't been in an HQ to you, go. You will learn, you will dive in, you will be better after that day, I promise you. So you don't have to belong to one of those offices, you just have to be able to drive there. So everybody can get to all those places. And sample lineup, lots of great classes. Sarah and I pop in and typically do a Q&A around 10 to 11 o'clock. So I would encourage you to come in, have a great day, learn a lot from all of our different staff, our different teachers, have great conversations, great networking with other Samson agents as well. Our full schedule for next week. Monday, do you need your weekly boost? Hop in there with Lynn Hamilton, 10:30, get you going for the week. Zillow Showcase, you want to learn more about that, 11 o'clock on Monday. KV Core Workshop, 1 o'clock on Monday with Will. Print Marketing with Tom Sullivan, Monday afternoon. Group Coaching, we talked about Back to the Basics with Austin. Tuesday morning, you also have Steve LaFave's NVR contract class. Print Center Training with Catherine, if you're up in that White Marsh area. I know we just onboarded. You know, I should probably make this announcement. And I didn't get a slide ready, but I'm going to make the announcement anyway. Tom Walensky, great pro. Tom, welcome to our family. Tom had a great company, Home Selling Assistance. About 30 realtors, was bigger a little bit ago, but 30 realtors, just fantastic people. I was able to go up and meet them all last week in White Marsh. And Tom's moving in to be our broker manager. All you in Maryland got this email, but he's moving into White Marsh to be our broker manager there. His whole group, Home Selling Assistance, is coming over to join our family, so super excited about that. Thank you to Cheryl Youngbar and your husband Chuck for all that you provided to Samson. Cheryl's taking another opportunity outside of Samson. She's still going to be a great realtor with our family. She's not going anywhere, but wanted to move on from the broker management role, and we hit the jackpot. Tom's awesome, great energy, great pro, been in the business a long time, so we're looking forward to that great energy you're going to bring in with you and your team into the White Marsh area. So welcome to Tom and all of the Home Selling Assistance crew that is now in the Samson family. So Catherine is teaching a class up there Tuesday on how to use the Print Center. I thought about that because I thought about Tom and all his crew that's going to be at that class. Skyslope Training with Stephanie, HQD on Wednesday in Silver Spring. Some more Prince Center training with Catherine in Columbia on Wednesday if you need that. Horror stories from the real estate world. I kind of want to go to this class. Just maybe they can pipe me in, FaceTime me or something. But I want to hear what Lynn's teaching on Thursday morning in Bowie. Sounds fun and entertaining. Mastermind $5 to $10 million group on Thursday. Lynn Hamilton Q&A with her 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Prince Center training with Catherine then on Thursday in Gaithersburg. She's moving all over Maryland. Master Your Marketing WOW with Lynn is a virtual class on Thursday afternoon. Great stuff there. Friday morning, always have your coffee with Aladdin. Fast track commercial real estate training. NVR contract addenda with Wendy Dean on Friday morning. So lots of great contract training. First Heritage Friday with Jerry Berry and the First Heritage crew. And then Sky Slope training with Stephanie as well on Friday. So many great things all over our footprint that everybody can dive in and learn from. There's something for everybody all over. Just got to dive in and do it. Connect with each other, learn. Just want to say I'm so thankful for all of you. Just obviously the love you gave me yesterday for my birthday, but just how we're growing our family in such a great way every single week. It's just such a great and fun and fulfilling thing to be a part of. Just everybody coming together, everybody helping each other. The Sam family is really just growing stronger every day. And we've got some great announcements hopefully coming the next month or two about some other great people joining our family. And I'm just so excited about the future, about how we're going to be able to continue to provide an even better company every week for you all. The way you guys can thank us is to please use Cardinal Title Group as much as possible. The more you use Cardinal, the more we can take those resources and pour in and make this company great. So thank you for all your loyalty, all your great support, your usage of Cardinal Title Group. It was great seeing everybody this week, and next week we will see you in Silver Spring on Wednesday, and probably lots of other places all over. So have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Take care.